Our Sunday six-pack starts off with the Bears and the New York Jets. The status of Justin Fields at this taping right now, Cam, is uncertain. Will the quarterback be in? Will he not? We don't know, but how do you see this game against these two teams?
And Dave, we don't know about Wilson either by the time of taping. The Jets are really upset with this guy, calling him out, not a leader. And the defense is doing all they can. That Jets offense sucks. As for Chicago, they got flaws everywhere with defense. Fields needs to play in this game. Man, that seems like a low total with these teams at 41. But I got to tell you, I'm not comfortable laying 4.5 with the Jets. I love their defense, but having them as a favorite, I'm a little bit worried here. Tough game, man. This one's really tough. I lean to the Bears at 4.5 if Fields starts.
Yeah, if Fields starts. And of course, if he can't go, it will be former New York Jet great Trevor Siemian that gets the call. Who could forget Trevor Siemian? Bengals Titans is our second game on the docket. Bengals have won their last two games against the Titans, have played very good ATS against Tennessee. Where do you see these two matchups and these two teams both playoff bound?
Cincinnati at Tennessee. This should be a great one, Dave. And I finally got on this Tennessee train thinking they were a little bit overrated earlier, but we smashed them against the Packers. Here's the deal. Cincinnati, they took care of business in the second half against Pittsburgh. The offensive line's getting better. This is a statement game. Cincinnati has more talent than Tennessee. Tennessee just find ways. A hot, tough game, Dave. But I got to lean with the Tigers and the Bengals here. -1.5. Should be a lot of fun. That total might be a little bit light at 42.5 as well.
Yeah, it's a really small number if you're looking for the Bengals to pull that one off. We move on to the Raiders and Seahawks, former division rivals. I only joke about this because as a kid, Seahawks and Raiders were in the same division, but you know what? They haven't seen each other for some time. Seattle, of course, coming off that bye week after losing to the Buccaneers in Germany.
You're so right, Dave. When I was a kid, like this is the team I hated the most, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, old AFC West as a young Seahawk fan. Now Seattle's laying 4. I like what I saw in the second half against the Raiders. Seattle's had some time to prepare for this game, laying 4. I think this game is tougher than it seems. Devontae Adams is going to pose a nightmare for Seattle's young secondary, despite them being talented. I don't know, Dave. I lean Seahawks, but hold my breath, and I wouldn't be shocked if this game turned into a shootout at 47.5. I see points and fireworks.
Yeah, speaking of shootouts and fireworks, the last time the Chiefs and the Rams met, Cam, that was back in 2018. They combined for 105 points. Woo! But you know what? Times have changed, my friend, especially with the Rams, and they're double-digit dogs in this one.
Chiefs 38, Rams 6. I don't know what to think, Dave. Like, honest to God, Stafford's in concussion protocol by the time of taping. The Chiefs, they didn't cover the number. They came back. They live dangerously. They win games, but they don't cover big numbers. But how do I take the Rams in this spot? This team is abysmal. They're packing it in. It's a lost season. You go from winning the Super Bowl to not even making the playoffs. I got to be honest with you. Kansas City might get 44 themselves, Dave. I would never lay double digits, especially 15. But it's the chefs or nothing for me.
Yeah, and something else to consider with that Chiefs bet, if you're looking for a first half point spread, circle Kansas City on it because getting off to that fast start against a Rams team that just can't get off the mat, something to consider. It's probably going to be around 7 points at game time. Finally, Cam, Sunday nighter, the Packers and the Eagles, Green Bay, 1-4 on the road this year. They've been dismal. Losses in Detroit on the road. Losses in Washington on the road. Are they going to Philadelphia and pulling off a miracle?
Dave, I got to look at other things too. You're absolutely correct about Green Bay, but what about Philly? These guys almost lost to the Colts. They got smoked by the Commanders. They're in kind of a little tough stretch right now. They got to lay 7 against the Packers. Maybe the Packers have a little bit of life left. I see this game 46.5 total. Very tough, but teams should be able to score. But I have a lean to the Cheeseheads right now, Dave. 7's a lot of points. We're getting that number right at 7, not 6.5, maybe closer than anticipated.
And of course, for all your NFL content, be sure to log on to our YouTube channel at Sports Interaction.